Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, my little degenerates. It's your boy, Mr. Degenerate, back at it again for another video. And this is probably my final video of 2024. Happy holidays to everybody. But I just wanted to get this last video out for this year, talking about James Gunn Superman. And I gotta say, this trailer was fucking amazing. This trailer had me so fucking hyped that at first Superman wasn't even on my site for most anticipated movie of 2025. I wasn't even thinking about it. No, motherfucker. After this, seeing this trailer right here, motherfucker, this trailer right here was so good. Not only did it jump to the spot of like my most anticipated movie of 2025, I started crying. That's how fucking awesome this trailer was. And I've watched the trailer 11 times. Technically speaking 10 times, but 11 times when I went to go see Sonic 3, I have watched it. And every time I've watched it, I ended up tearing up. And I had to ask myself, why is it that I'm tearing up over a fucking Superman trailer? Why am I getting so emotional over a Superman trailer? It's not that fucking serious, my guy. It's just Superman. I'm like, why is this shit hitting so hard? And I had to think about, Snyder's interpretation of Superman. And how, and this is no dig on Snyder. I think Snyder had a lot of interesting ideas for the DC EU. That I would have actually kind of liked to see continued in some sort of way, but ultimately I think one of the things that Snyder was tackling or touching upon in his film was these gods, the mythical side of the DC characters that made them feel like gods, like this godly presence, and I really think, for the most part, that's cool and whatnot, but I think one of my biggest issues with Man of Steel in particular, Snyder made Superman and also the DC characters feel like gods, but he forgot the most critical thing what makes DC characters so iconic and so cool is that they're human. He forgot the human condition of these heroes. I felt like that's why there was such a disconnect, because these people didn't feel like actual people. They felt like gods. They didn't feel like down to earth people who just wanted to do the right thing. It never felt that way. And when I look back at some of my favorite DC moments, some of my favorite DC character moments, as when it goes to Batman or whatever it goes to these characters, it was always moments where the hero wasn't punching the bad guys across the fucking street of Metropolis. It wasn't a fucking Batman riding his Batmobile into cars and shit and killing a bunch of civilians. To me, the moments that always stood true to the DC characters is the little moments. It's the moments where these larger than life characters feel like the most human, normal people you'll ever meet. The simple fact that you have fucking Superman in this trailer, vulnerable, beaten to a pulp, having the Yamcha pose, literally in the Yamcha pose, bleeding out, crying, wheezing, is so human to me. That is the most human shit, because we've all been knocked down. We've all been at that point of getting knocked down and can't get back up. And to have Crypto, corny ass Crypto, come out and help him was so powerful to me. That shit is so powerful to me. To see that it's just a man and his dog against the world. And you can judge by the trailers, some people's not gonna fuck with him and and whatnot. But Clark is genuinely, and it seems from the trailer, generally has his shit together. He knows where he stands. He has morals that probably the other superheroes in the film, which by the way is cool that we're finally getting Green Lantern characters. We're getting Hawk Girl. We're getting all these different variety of characters that may seem corny or may seem dumb, but they're represented in this film because James Gunn trusts the audience enough to be like, yes, this shit is corny. Yes, this shit is dumb, but you're in a comic book world. Let's embrace it. Let's fucking embrace it. You know, it kind of reminds me of Polka Dot Man. Like Polka Dot Man, I thought was corny, always thought was corny. But James Gunn was like, no, I'm gonna make this corny character like very heartfelt and really cool in his own way. And that's cool, and I see that in this trailer. But one thing, the most important thing, and this is something that I think Zack kind of didn't touch on, was how hopeful everything is. The fucking movie's not only just colorful, but just hopefulness throughout the movie is echoed throughout the whole trailer. The whole trailer just echoed hopefulness. Like it's okay. Like everything's gonna fucking work out. To me, this fucking Superman reminds me of the Richard Donner Superman, bro. Like your grandpa Superman, where he's fucking kind and whatnot, and he's probably corny. He's probably gonna save a fucking cat off of a tree, and I'm gonna fucking love it. Why? Because sometimes in the world we need shit like that. Sometimes we need somebody to just save a little fucking cat off a tree. Sometimes we don't need a hero to act cool or redefine him and make him cool. Sometimes we need that hero to just be corny to remind us of the simpler time or the simple shit in life. Because sometimes in the day and age that we live in, we need a little simpleness. We need a little simplicity. We need a little bit of corniness. And to see that in a Superman movie, my God, man. Again, Zack, with all intents and purposes, was not touching upon this. He just wanted to make the characters look cool. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, up to this day, I still talk about the Batman warehouse fight scene. But to me, that's not what makes Batman cool, If you ask me what's the most standout moment, would be Batman taking a moment to sit down with a little girl who's dying and just let her get a moment of happiness, peace, to know that someone was there for her at her most darkest time, that she's not gonna die alone. She's gonna die knowing that someone was right next to her. That's a fucking hero. Or what about fucking like Wonder Woman, What was the coolest thing about Wonder Woman, when she was fucking telling the general, like, yo, like, you're gonna let your fucking people die, but yet you won't go out and fight with them? Like, that's a DC hero when I see one. Or after the No Man's Land scene, what does she do? She goes and touch and hugs and handshakes all the people that were suffering in that area to give them some semblance of hope. And that's what I want out of a DC character, hope. And this screams, just to hear people in the trailer chant Superman's name. Yo, I was tearing the fuck up. I was like, that's fucking Superman. He's the man of the people. He is the man of the people. Like, Spider-Man is the man of the people. Like, literally. He'll be struggling to pay bills and shit. But fucking Superman, he's the champion. When you fucking see Superman pulls up on the scene, I shouldn't be like in the Zack Snyder movies, oh my God, this shit's gone the worst. Like, I shouldn't be like, oh my God, no, it's Superman. I shouldn't be like, oh my God, it's Superman. Sigh of relief. like I should feel some sense of safety when I'm around that man. And again, like I felt that in this trailer. I felt everything about this trailer. Seeing Lex Luthor fucking turn around, the way how he turned around and just had that disgusting look. Like seeing a Lex Luthor that knows for the first time there's someone bigger and better than him in Metropolis, giving us that iconic, the traditional Lex Luthor. Oh my goodness. I was like, fucking cylinder, like, throw the cash at fucking James Gunn. Like, just take my money, right, bro? Like, you get it. Like, he gets it just by that one scene of showing Lex Luthor. He gets Lex Luthor. Like, everything this trailer does. And again, No words, no nothing besides Crypto Take Me Home. No words of just showing us that he gets it. That fucking James Gunn gets Superman. like it's shaping up to be a truly fantastic movie. Like honestly, like if this movie is anything that I hope it will be, we could generally have a Superman movie that stands toe to toe next to the Batman. You know, like, and that would be awesome. Like we have one a Batman movie that captures the essence and spirit of the character and showing the hopefulness of Batman, and then you have this other hero who is the symbol and the beacon of hope, killing it at the box office, killing it in terms of like how the movie portrays him. Like I'm seeing it. I can see it, man. Like I can see the vision. I'm seeing what James Gunn is cooking. And the thing is, and this is what I'm hoping, I hope this movie is almost like a one-for-one recreation of like, not recreation, but one-for-one like adaptation of like one of my favorite Superman stories, which is Superman versus the Elites. I don't know if anybody's ever watched that animated movie, but one of the things I love about that movie, and it seems like this is what this movie's kind of sort of taking inspiration, is that the people don't really care for Superman's ideology or care for Superman. Probably Lex is gonna spin some shit about Superman and whatnot, and Clark is gonna have to persevere and find his own voice and continue with his beliefs despite nobody really fucking with it. And have these heroes, these other heroes come in and play like, hey, like your beliefs are dumb and your beliefs is really old school. No one cares for it. Because that's what Superman versus the Elite is. Like the old ways of Superman is dumb. And Superman in this movie once again shows like, no, my ways are not dumb. I'm gonna show you how this ways and my ways are like the quintessential ways how we should be doing things. And if no one wants to follow me, that's completely fine. I'm gonna stand on this hill until I fucking die. Like, that's fucking Superman to me. Not what Zack was doing, which is like the Superman trying to find his way and I don't know why I fight for the people. Should I even fight for the people? This was like an argument I was making on Twitter, was that I think generally speaking, no one wants to see a Superman who don't have his shit together. Or if we want to see a Superman that's conflicted and you're challenging his ideology, do that. But you have to have him be like Captain America, where Captain America is fucking stubborn. He's not going to change his morale or his method just to please other people. No, he's gonna stand firm and strong on his belief until his dying breath. And that's what I want to see. And this movie looks like it's gonna fucking give it. The movie has color. Superman's acting like Superman. The costume is silly. He has fucking trunks on. He has tighty whities on. And I fucking love that. It's almost like fucking James Gunn once again says, comic books are fucking silly and dumb. And I fucking love it. You know, that every one of James Gunn's films oozes. Comic books are weird. Are fucking weird. But that's what makes them awesome. And I'm just happy we're finally getting a Superman film where we can finally look up in the sky and be hopeful and optimistic that things in life is gonna fucking work out. Things may not be all sunshine and rainbows, but there has to be some light at the end of the tunnel, you know. And there's one man that's gonna stand in the light. Like, that to me is awesome. So at the end of the day, to wrap up this video, I'm just gonna say that the Superman trailer from James Gunn is looking fantastic. Seeing him save a little kid brings tears to my eyes. Seeing people chant the words of the name Superman fucking brings tears to my eyes, because this is the hopeful and bright an optimistic Superman that I've come to know for years and years and years of my 30 years of life. And I cannot wait. This is my most anticipated film. I'll say this, and I'll wrap this up. You know, there's no shade on Snyder's take of Superman. You know, again, he was just trying to make a Superman that was more godly, and you know, that's cool and all. But to me, when I look at Superman, he's the most optimistic, the most hopeful character, and the most colorful character of DC. Like, he is literally the definition of hope. And I never felt like that while watching the DC film, that he was this hopeful and optimistic character from Zack. But watching this trailer, and this trailer is maybe a minute or 2 minutes long, I felt that throughout the whole 2 minutes of trailer. So I can imagine what James Gunn has in store for us when this full film comes out. And my God, it is just so great to have Superman back, being this hope and optimistic and maybe a little bit corny character that he is. In a day and age where shit's gone awry, people are fucking depressed and shit, we can use a corny, optimistic, and lovable character like Superman. With all that being said, I'm going to do it for my video. If you're new to the channel, please comment, rate, subscribe. What did you think of the Superman trailer? And please write in the comments below and let me know. And as always, more videos are coming soon. It's your boy, Mrs. Generate, signing out. Have a good one, and look up.